Good afternoon. It's Tuesday, the 25th of May, National Tell Day, and I'm in the Read Nook with some parcels and a nice hot cup of tea. I'm going to find out what's in this next one. Let's have a look. I've got stuff in here. Okay, so I'm going to basically open up and see what I've got. Pull out the first thing that is of interest, and that is Black Pudding number 5. This is a essentially a fanzine. It's old school Renaissance fanzine, which is, let's have a look. It's published by Square Hex. Square Hex does publish things like the Black Hack and various things for the OSR. It's run by Peter Regan, who's a very nice chap. And I have reviewed previous issues of Black Pudding on my blog for the Fanzine Focus strand, which is why I got this edition. I was a bit behind with obtaining these, and these are the particular vision of James V. West. And what is standout about these really is, as an old school Renaissance fanzine, the artwork is particularly, well, it's gonzo. It's slightly over the top. It's slightly tongue-in-cheek. The style you can see on the back there is like a character sheet, which echoes the demon being basically being looted on the front cover of the player's handbook for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. This essentially is that demon statue done as a player character sheet, and he really, he not only writes this fanzine, okay, he draws it. So he offers, adventures, monsters and treasure, compatible with most clunky old games or revision versions such as Labyrinth Lord. So that's what it's primarily for. Labyrinth Lord, published by Goblinoid Games, but will work with the old school Renaissance retro clone of your choice. So we have things like Standing Stones of Marigold Hills, which is essentially a mini encounter there, and it's all fitted on one page. The referee can just read it up, basically work from it from the page, and it's really kind of easy to read, and we get support from it from the Book of Marigold, which explains further what it is. And obviously I'm literally just going by what I'm seeing on the page. I'm going to delve into this essentially and provide a review very likely this weekend for the Fanzine Focus strand. We have monsters like the Star Troll, the Ipsy, the Ninja Devil and the Angry Shell, and he's illustrated each one of these in basically not a realistic more a cartoonish style than anything else, but it works. It basically gives that kind of gonzo swords and sorcery feel that basically he's going for. We've got more monsters, strange monsters on the other side, and again many illustrations there. And then we actually have a class, the Ninja. If you really want to add that to your old school Renaissance game, and I mean, obviously, it doesn't just work as a ninja as such. You could change it to be an assassin or a variation upon the assassin if that's what you prefer. Okay, it's adaptable, but it's based upon the ninja. Okay, and the typical, basically, we have an adventure map in the form here. basically very stereocratic kind of art style for both the illustrations and the map work, photography. And this is the Rat Queen Dies Tonight. With a description of it just over the next couple of pages. Almost bullet point like, but and slightly, I would say, echoing fanzines of the past, essentially, where they would semi-tight, they would take typeface and just sort of like stick it down at any angle, and that's what he's kind of doing here. But he's drawing it himself and lettering it himself. So that's quite a length. That's actually sort of like that, along with the map. Yeah, that's a 4-page adventure. So that's quite long for an adventure in an issue of Black Pudding. We've got more books like Mephisto's Grimoire and Nefarious Incantations, more spells. So Mephisto's Hands of Fire, Eyes of Doom, Avian Alarm, basically more spells. And essentially, if you like, it feels old school, because essentially one of the things when you go back into the history of role-playing and Dungeons & Dragons in particular is that one of the ways to support the game was to give more content. So that would be more weapons, more spells, more monsters, in particularly more monsters, but also more magical items and more spells, and then more monsters, because you always wanted fresh monsters to kill or to encounter. And then a strange encounter table. I've no idea what that is. They come, but what are they? A bit of mystery there. And we have the Orby, basically the ancient protectors of the Daughters of the Moon, basically Moon Warriors, and other Bula. Another race there, a little bit cheap. I mean, some of the artwork in his fanzine does border on the sort of like the cheesecake a little bit, not realistically, but you have the over buxom here, which not everyone appreciates, but it's tongue in cheek. And then a regular column, Meat Shields of the Bleeding Ox, is a collection of NPCs which the player characters can encounter at the inn and hire. So potential hirelings, and you've got description, illustrations, and stats and so on, so you can bring them to the game, and obviously how much they are to cost per day. And again, that slightly buxom artwork that it does appear quite a lot. Again, I'm not criticising him for it, just saying it's there and bring it to your attention. That some people will like that, some people won't. Again, you've actually got quite a lot of NPCs, essentially, sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You've got 17 there. Which, you probably aren't going to get a lot of use out of all 17, but they're there. You can use them as NPCs, you can use them as hirelings, you can even use them as replacement player characters if necessary. And then you've got Adventures in the North. Following adventure ideas come from various Doomstalkers campaigns which are set in the land of Yuria. You can place them where it pleases you. So you've got a map of the region, and then you've got the ideas themselves, bit of background, and then random encounters, rumours of the North, and essentially you have basically the big bad, an ice witch, and complete with a witch white and a staff of the ice witch and so on, and various magical items which you can find up north, as they say. And then last of all, of course, on the back page, you've got the character sheet. So that's Black Pudding number 5, and there are 6 issues altogether, reviewed 1 to 4, and I've been meaning to basically review the final 2 issues to date as well, which I will continue to do so in the next fanzine focus strand. Okay, well, thank you again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, please do click the like button. If you've got any feedback or comments, I do take the time to read those. And if you want to watch me out here in the Nook, drinking a nice hot cup of tea, opening parcels, then please click the subscribe button, and then you'll be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another unboxing in the Nook. Bye for now.